Hey everybody, Dee here with the Design Diva, and I'm going to show you how you can customize the Deluxe Business Card. The reason why it's deluxe, there's a lot of layers in this template. This isn't going to be a simple template you can customize. So I kind of wanted to make a tutorial video on this because it is a beautiful template. And let's just start with the front of the business card. As you can see, if I hover over, there's a lot of different elements, but there's elements under elements. And how you would do that, I'm on a Mac. So say for instance, if you highlight this and you move it, you're going to be just moving that. You won't be moving the black or anything under the black. So you would just be moving this around. And say, for example, you're trying to change this pink line here. You would be moving elements like this just to get there, right? And so we don't want to do that. So let's go back and get this together. Let me go all the way back. Now, when I go all the way back, it grays out. So I'm all the way back to the original. So what you would want to do is while you're clicking on this and you have that highlighted, you will press Command or I believe it's Control on a Windows. You will hold that down and you will click. And now you see under it is highlighted. And if I click some more, it'll keep going deeper into the layers to go down there. And then now I'm on the black piece, okay, underneath or on the pink piece. So then, well, because it shows pink. So I'm on that pink line down there. So if I wanted that line to be, let's say an orange, I just made it that little orangey coral color, right? Or if I wanted teal, I just made it teal. So that's how you would change going deeper. There's also a quicker way you can change out these colors. If you're not sure of what color you want, you can switch out the entire color by going to styles and then where it says color palettes, these color palettes right here, you can say see all, and then you can kind of go with a color scheme that you like. I'm not gonna lie, I've been through these several times, so they're like you can do this. So now it's switching it all out for you. You can just scroll through and see which ones you like. Of course, you just click on this and you put your own name. Tasha Walker. Let's put Tasha Walker. You will put your website, tashaslab.com. It has your social media. Now you see that is not the same color, but if you click up here, the colors that's in here is right there for you. It's going to be at the top because those are the colors in the document. So we can kind of make that this same color, turn all of them that color to make that look see-through, right? To make it match up. Now you can also change individually these right here as well, okay? If you do not like this at all, because as you can see there's a glow behind it, you can click that, ungroup it. It was grouped together so it'll move as one. Let me go back. So when you click this, well, I ungrouped everything now. So let's go back. Okay. So now when I get this, it says ungroup. Now, if I move this, it's all going to go together, the glow and everything. I did not group my name. You'll put your own logo here, or you can just delete it out if you don't want anything there and you just want this little piece to be color. But say, for example, you don't want that glow in the back because you can't really see it on the original. It just gives it a little bit more depth because the background is black. But if you didn't want it at all, you will ungroup it and then you can just move this little glow around, okay? And you can actually delete it, okay? If you don't want anything, a custom element in here, you can delete it. It doesn't have to stay. Just because it's in the design doesn't mean it has to stay. You can get rid of it. And then you can finish flipping colors if that's what you want to do. Now, this is just to change the color. And if you wanted this black, you do that black. And then you can do whatever you like. Put your own phone number, put your own email. These are groups, so that way it moves together. If you don't want them to move together, you ungroup them and you can move them individually. In our case, we want to keep them grouped. Let me go back here. That way it's easy for us to move them around and everything stays in sync. Now you could move these down and just customize the colors if you wanted to. Move them down just a little bit and then move that and then get this by itself and then customize that if you would like. There's several ways to do it, but this is what makes this is a deluxe, guys, because this is not just a thrown together type of template. This was designed and these pieces are custom elements, okay? So just know if you mess up, you have unlimited access to the original, so it doesn't even matter. So I kind of put that back, and you can play through these color templates until you find one that you like. And then of course you will upload a photo. So let me go. In your case, you will go to upload and then go to a photo, but let me just go here and see if I can find an individual photo. So say, for example, this is your photo, because if you go to upload, you would go to upload files and then you would just upload a picture like you would on anything else. But let's just say this is you, okay? And you, or this is you, okay? All you gotta do is just drag it in there, okay? But now you might be saying, hey, I'm a little too small in there. So you would double click it to where now you just see that the picture is highlighted, not the whole circle. Okay, let me go out of here so you can see. I mean, you see that whole like piece is highlighted. If you double click in there, you got the image. You can just expand and blow the image up. Put just your face in there like so. You can click off of it or you can just click done. Either way, it'll go like this. When you want to move it around in the inside, you have to double click it. Okay, if you do like this, you're going to move the whole thing. Okay, so we want to double click and just move the image inside of the circle, right? Because if we do that, only her shoulder is going to show. So we want that. And then since we up, let's move her up a little bit more. Now let's just say this is us. And now we're looking like this blue doesn't match with my hair, you know, the outfit I'm wearing or whatever. Again, go to styles and we can try to find something that's a little bit more in alignment. That looks good, but okay, now the color of this, but you can just click that and we can get that orangey look or that brown look up in there. Okay, because that's the color of the document. These colors are in the document. You can also go down here to photo colors and it will pull colors from the image that you just put in there. Whatever you're wearing, it'll come up with those colors. So you kind of color match it to fit your style, right? And your information. Now down here, here's where it gets tricky. Since we did the first, the front cover of the business card, now here's the back cover. First thing I'm going to cover with you is this QR code. Do not leave this here, please, guys, because it's going to bring everybody to my page. And I'm pretty sure you want, when people scan this, whether they scan it online, because they can scan this, you can actually scan this right on the computer screen or in print, right? But if they scan this, they're going to come to my site, and we don't want that. We want them to come to yours. So what you would do to change this code out, you will leave this here for now. Go up to where it says elements and type in QR code. Oh, I can't type QR code. Now in Canva, it says use the app, add a URL, and we'll create a code for you. That's what you want to do. Now in here, you put your website. Okay. Your website.com. And then generate code. Now it put one on here for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to drag it over where you can see it lines up. And then do it like so, where it snaps, it lines up. So now you know it's the same size, right? So you'll move that over and delete the old one and put this one there in its place. Okay? And you'll put that one in its place. Now this is linked to your website. So you definitely change out the QR code on the back cover of your business card. Now, as you can see, these letters right here, you might have different letters. Your name might not be Design Diva like mine. It might be like up here, Tasha Walker, TW, right? So the Design Diva is its own little element. Okay, so you'll just go Tasha Walker, right? Because that's my name on here. Now this bar was behind that, and it matched the same color as the black. That's what made it look like it goes through the letters. Okay, it made it look like that because it's the exact same color. You need a solid color to do this. So we're going to put it up here, and we're going to stretch it out to make sure it matches Tasha Walker. Now, what we're going to do is click T, capital T, W. Okay, got to be caps, all caps. And you can just make it caps by doing that too, but I didn't. So that way it gives you the option. Okay, so then you put TW right here. Okay, now we're gonna bring down this black piece here to go through the TW. Okay, and then we're gonna move our name right there. So boom. Okay, now as you can see, it's not necessarily centered, right? So what I want to do is I want to really grab, I don't want to grab that because of course it's going to move the whole thing. So what I want to do is grab my initials, because that's what it's grabbing. Press shift, grab the black, then grab my name. Let's go back here because it's like really directly on it. Okay, we can make it a little longer just so we can grab it. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to grab the initials, hold shift, grab the black, grab my name. We can group them to keep them together. Okay, now we want to kind of center it. You see that center line coming? Okay, now it's telling me it's centered. Okay, so we're going to leave it just like that because it's centered. But now our QR code is in the way. What we can do is we can shrink our code. Okay, we can shrink our code. You can even move the code if you wanted to. You can move the code and you can blow the code back up. Okay, totally up to you. Now this, move it right there. Boom. Okay, so now we have this going on. So once we get this where we want it to be, now we can change the color. So what we want to do is click on the whole thing, go back to styles, and we were using this color palette right here. So now we want to flip out the colors because we wanted to kind of match what we already got going on the front cover. Okay, that looks the closest to it. Now we know we used a different color for this. So we use that dark brown. So we're going to come here and we're going to use that dark brown, that same dark brown. Now, if it does this, all you got to do is go up here to decrease the font size a couple. Go down a little bit and it'll put it back in place. Okay, now as you can see, it looks like it's going straight through. If you wanted your TW different, you would just highlight your TW and change the color of your TW. If that's what you wanted. Okay, you do it like you do any other font. Change the color of it and then click out of it. Okay, if that's what you want. If you need help at any time designing this template, I want you to feel free to reach out to me. Okay, but this is what makes this template a deluxe, guys, because this is not just a thrown together template. It was thought out. It is multiple layers in this template, but that is how you can change it. If you do not want to use any of the color palettes that's here, say for example, you don't want to use any of these color palettes, and you want custom colors, what you would do is you would click here and you can see the color pops up. So you know you have the rim. Okay, you have the rim around there. So you might want to make the rim pink or purple. Now you highlight the T and you can make the T red if that's the case, you know. And you can go in and individually change the, let me move that out the way, because remember we grouped this so we can move it together so it doesn't mess anything up. But we might want we want this designer down here at the bottom, right? Because they're really close, so we got to make sure we get right in there. Now it's highlighted, so we can just go up here and change the color. We don't necessarily gotta, you know, double click inside of there. Just long as that area is highlighted like it is right now, it's telling me that it's changed the color of that. So we can change the color of that text in there. Now, if you wanted to really click in it, you'll have to really move that out the way, and then you can click inside and change the color to whatever you like. Then you'll put this back, you know, make sure it's centered, you know, and then you'll be good to go. If you want to custom color it, or you can just do a quick color scheme change just by doing this. We use that one. I can come up here and use this one. See what color I like. There we go. Boom. That looks good. Now you want to print it. Two ways you can do it. This is already designed and in sync to be printed. However, you can go to share, you download, and you would download this as a PDF, best for print. And then you will send the file to your printer. Okay? You can do it that way, or you can even custom print right through Canva. And I'm not going to lie, Canva's pricing, the lower amounts, like if you need only like 120, you know, 250 is good, is basically priced very good for those low runs. But compared to your printer, so if you have, if you know you want 250 business cards, see how much it'll cost on Canva and see how much your printer will charge you, so you can save money. So if you wanted Canva to print this for you, and their delivery is really fast, you would say print your design. Now you can print it on here if you wanted to design on other things, so you could do that. But in this case, we can go print, download. We can go professional print quality, free shipping, order prints with Canva. Now it's telling you to proof it. So now it's giving you a proof over here, and it's telling you you want it double-sided. Of course, you don't want single side because then the back won't be there. So you want double-sided so you can see both. And it says select your pages to print, where you only have these two. So, and it's going to ask the paper type, and you can do standard, premium, or deluxe paper. Now the higher quality you go, the more it's going to cost. Matte finish, gloss finish, or you want it uncoated. A lot of people get it in gloss, so it's shiny, like a shiny business card. Some people do it in matte because they want to actually write on ink pen on it, and you can write on it in with a matte finish. Gloss, you would need like a Sharpie to write on it, and it might still smear a little bit. So it just depends on how you want it, or you can have it uncoated, period. Okay, where it's not coated at all. So you pick what you want. I am not going to lie, I typically like my business cards in gloss. And the reason why I say gloss, a glossy finish on this, because you got the bling. Okay, so you want that bling to shine when you're giving that business card to somebody. If you have it in matte, it's going to be like a matte, almost like matte lipstick. It's not going to have shine. So if you want this bling to pop on your cards, you're going to want glossy. Okay, and the better the paper is too. Okay, so it makes it more shine more. Now, as you can see, you can do 50 copies, 50 business cards for $16. So if you wanted 100, $21. Like I said, when you start getting up into the thousands of copies, it seems like your own printer is more cost effective than it is for the lower runs. So if you only need 100 business cards for now, it only will cost you $21. And then you press continue. And then now it says adjust edges for printing. Automatically fix issues. So it'll automatically fix the issues for you. So it's showing you the line, the cut, okay, where it bleeds. It's showing you the bleed. Long as your text and everything is inside of this, is good, okay? Me personally, if I was you, I would leave this off. Don't leave that on. Okay, because what it's doing is actually, you believe me, I designed it to be cut off. This is going to be cut off, and we want it to be cut off because of how the design wants to be. So how we want the design to be when it's done. Again, like I said, I created this already. So if we go back, as you can see how this part goes all the way, this like yellow mustard color goes all the way to the edge, because I know they're going to cut this bleed off. You know, it's gonna be like probably not even a 1/2 inch bleed, but they're gonna cut around here, so it's gonna go right from edge to edge, so you're good. All right, because it's already ready for it. And the reason why I know is because I already went through this to make sure that it's ready. So then it's gonna say download a proof to double check, so you can download your proof. Always download your proof. Let's open up the proof. You see where the bleed is? Okay, it's saying, hey, this is going to cut. It's going to cut here. It's going to cut across here. And it's going to cut up here. So this part is going to be all cut down. Okay, so it's going to look good. It's going to look good. All right, so you can kind of see where they're going to cut it. And let me blow it up just in case, since I'm on video. See, they're going to cut down this line here. They're going to cut down this black line, which is going to cut this off, right? But we want it cut off. And then it's going to cut across here. So, and then it's going to cut down here. So everything in our box is safe. And it's going to cut down right on here. So it's going to make this look like it's going straight off the business card, which is great. That's how we designed it to look, straight off the business card. And then you will press continue, and then you will start going through your order. Okay, you putting in your credit card information, and they would deliver it right to your house from Canva. All right, so if you don't have a printer, you can use Canva. If you do have a printer that you want to work with, you can actually just download the PDF version. Make sure you change this type to PDF. I mean, some companies will do the PNG, but just check with your printer to see if they prefer PDF or PNG, and then you'll be good to go. Notice that it's not going to glow. It's not going to be a super duper high glow when you print. It will shine more if you get glossy. Okay, so I hope that helped a little bit with how you can customize the Deluxe Business Card Template. And it's not just with this template, guys. It's pretty much going to be with any deluxe or premium design that I create, because it's made with using multiple layers, and it's not just a simple thrown together design. Okay, it's a little bit more complex. But hey, it's been professionally designed for you, so you don't have to do it. You don't even have to know how. You just need to know how to manipulate it, and that's it. And if you need help, again, feel free to reach out to me. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.